Hello learners, welcome to our session for today. Last video that we have uploaded is all about the types of electromagnetic waves and how it was discovered. So for today's video, we will be talking about what are the practical applications of those electromagnetic waves or how those waves are being used in our daily life. So let's start. Practical applications of electromagnetic waves. Before we start, let's have a short and simple activity. All you have to do is to name the things that you will see in the picture. Okay, so let's start. What is this being shown in the picture? Very good. So this is microwave oven. How about this picture? Very good. It is a remote control. Next picture. Okay, very good. It is a camera. And how about this one? Very good. So this is an X-ray, human X-ray. Okay. So for today, we have the objective of familiarizing oneself on the applications of electromagnetic waves in our daily life. So after this video lesson, you must be able to identify those applications of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic spectrum is a continuum which shows the different types of electromagnetic waves in increasing frequency. Okay, so we have here the radio wave having the lowest frequency but longest wavelength, and then we have the microwaves, infrared ray, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays. Now, gamma rays has the highest frequency, highest energy, but the shortest wavelength. Okay, so let's start discussing the applications of the radio wave. Now we have here picture and a man who is listening to a radio and two boys who are watching their favorite TV shows. Now, how do these activities work or paano ba tayo or bakit nakakapanood tayo sa TV or nakakapakinig tayo sa radio? Now, those activities, the concept behind those activities is the radio communication and broadcasting. Okay, so this picture shows us how the radio waves are being transmitted. So, saan ba yan nagsisimula? So, magsisimula yan kay speaker here or yun doon sa taong nagsasalita. Okay, now as you can see here, as the man speaks, gumagamit siya ng microphone. Microphone convert the sounds to audio frequency signal or electrical energy. So, habang umuusap si speaker, gamit ang microphone, yung microphone, kino-convert si sound wave into electrical energy. Ang tawag doon is audio frequency signals or AF signals. And then afterwards, it will go to the modulator. At the same time, the radio frequency oscillator will produce radio frequency carrier that will also go to the modulator. So, dalawa silang pupunta kay modulator ng sabay. Si AF signal and si radio frequency carrier. Now, what will happen to those two in the modulator? They will be transformed into a modulated carrier wave. Now, paano matatransform into a modulated carrier wave? It's either of the two processes. We have amplitude modulation or frequency modulation. When we say amplitude modulation, this process involves the matching of the amplitude of the radio waves to the audio frequency signal, meaning the amplitude of the radio waves or the RF carrier changes to match that of the audio frequency signal. Yung amplitude ang mag-a-adjust. On the other hand, in frequency modulation, instead of amplitude, the frequency of RF carrier will match the frequency of the audio frequency signal. Okay, so si frequency ang mag-a-adjust kapag frequency modulation. Now, amplitude modulation or AM modulation is used in standard broadcasting because it can be sent over long distances. On the other hand, FM modulation or frequency modulation is used to provide higher quality broadcasting including stereo sound. So, ito yung mga yung music, yung tugtugan sa FM, sa radyo. And then AM modulation, yung mga balita. Ayan, kung nakikinig pa kayo ng radyo. Okay, now, after the modulation, alin man dito, yung gagamitin ni modulator, the modulated carrier wave will now be transported to the amplifier, which will magnify its energy. Okay, after the amplification, mapoproduce the amplified modulated carrier wave and it will be transmitted here sa transmitting antenna. The changing current in the transmitting antenna generates radio waves that travel in all directions. Okay, now with the help of the ionosphere, ayan, with the help of this one, the radio frequency wave or the radio wave will bounce back doon sa mga receiving antenna dito sa Earth or repeater delay. Now, what is repeater or relay rather? Itong repeater relay ay ginagamit to bridge the transmitting antenna and receiving antenna since the radio frequency or radio wave has 1 meter to 10,000 meters na wavelength. Okay, so repeater or relay is used para mag-bridge dun sa gap ng limitation ng wavelength ni radio frequency or ni radio wave. Now, once the radio waves reach the receiving antenna, a tuner circuit selects the frequency of the station desired. So, ito yun. And then afterwards, si modulated carrier wave or si radio wave ay pupunta na kay demodulator. Now, the demodulator will extract the AF signal. Diba si modulated carrier wave, combination siya ni AF tsaka ni RF carrier. So, si demodulator, i-extract niya or kukunin niya si AF signal. Kasi yun yung electrical signal kung saan nandun yung sound wave na na-produce ni speaker kanina. Okay, so sa demodulator, i-extract niya si AF signal, then pupunta kay amplifier, again, to magnify the energy of that AF signal, and then it will be transported to the speaker wherein it will convert the AF signal or electrical signal into sound energy para marinig nung nakikinig dun sa radyo. Okay, so as you can see, or if you can notice, the process here, after the receiving antenna received or accepted the radio waves, it is the reverse process here. Okay, so again, si demodulator, paghihiwalayin si AF at si RF carrier, then i-convert naman siya into sound. Dito kay modulator, pagsasamahin niya si AF at si RF carrier na magiging modulated carrier wave. Then this one, kay microphone, i-convert niya yung sound wave into electrical energy or AF signal. Sa speaker again, it will convert electrical signal or the AF signal into sound energy. Okay, so it is only the reverse. Kaya, kayang-kaya niyo yung tandaan. Okay? So, it is one of the applications of radio waves. Now, in terms of TV naman, it is the same process. Dagdag lang yung pagta-transmit ng picture. Okay? Doon sa ating TV para may makita tayo sa TV natin. Now, let's proceed to the second type of electromagnetic wave, which is the microwaves. Ayan. Now, applications of microwaves. So, meron tayong ipapakitang apat. Again, ang mga applications ng ating electromagnetic waves na nagagamit natin ngayon ay napakarami, pero mag-feature lang tayo ng apat para kay microwave. Okay? So, one application of microwave is the satellite communication. So, doon sa atin kanina sa radio wave, meron rin naman tayo na communication in terms of radio broadcasting. Ang kaibahan lang ni radio wave kay microwave is all throughout the earth. Yung TV communication niya tsaka radio communication. For example, nakapanood na ba kayo ng laban ng NBA via satellite? Okay, so ito yung reason kung paano or bakit tayo nakakapanood nun NBA via satellite. So, in this picture, you can see that a ground equipment is used to transmit signals to a satellite that will amplify that signal and will return it to the earth to be received by another ground equipment. Ito po yun. Ayan. So again, sa ground signal here, yung ground equipment rather, yung signal will be transmitted here in the satellite and then i-amplify niya yung signal na na-receive sa kanya dadalhin dito sa isa pang ground equipment sa Earth. Okay, so again, unlike radio waves, microwaves are used to transmit signals overseas. As you can see here, pangmalayuan. Okay, kasi meron tayong ginagamit na satellite pang bridge ng gap. Yung satellite, kung malalaman ninyo or kung matatandaan ninyo, nasa labas siya ng Earth. Unlike sa radio wave, ang ginagamit na pang bounce back doon ay ionosphere, which is part of the atmosphere. Okay, so this is the reason why we can communicate also on our friends and relatives overseas. Satellite communication. Okay, then the next application is radar. So this is an acronym which stands for radio detection and ranging. Ayan. As you can see here, it is used, or this radar is used in detection or location, tracking, or recognizing object within a range of your equipment. Meaning meron particular range or vicinity kung saan kaya niyang mag-detect kung may nakapasok ba or meron bang threat sa inyong territory. Ginagamit to sa national defense. Okay? Pero ngayon, ginagamit na rin ito sa barko, sa airplane. Ayan, ginagamit rin yan. Pag-track ng mga nawawalang bagay-bagay. Okay, so paano ba yan gumagana? Now, this radar will emit microwaves until it reaches the target, and echoes will be produced from the target and will bounce back to the radar antenna. So, kung titignan nyo dito sa picture, ayan, magre-release ng microwave si radar, and then kapag na-reach na niya yung target, mag-produce ito ng echo na magba-bounce back dito sa radar para trace kung gaano kalayo, gaano kalaki yung target or yung object na na-trace within the vicinity. Ayan. So, this is also radar. Ayan. Kung nakakita na kayo niyan, ginagamit rin yan sa pag-trace ng velocity ng mga sasakyan. Okay, yung ating radar. And if you're familiar with the anime Dragon Ball Z, okay, para matrack or mahanap nila yung Dragon Balls, gumamit sila ng radar para mas mabilis ninyong ma-sink in kung ano ba ang radar. Yan, tandaan nyo lang ang Dragon Balls. Okay. Another application of microwave is the mobile communication. Okay, so mobile communication, paggamit natin ng cellphone. Now, it works by transmitting microwaves which are received by the cell sites. Ayan, kaya may mga tower. Okay, and then it will be delivered to the target mobile phone. Okay, yan ang dahilan kung bakit tayo nakaka-receive ng tawag or text, and also ng nakakapag-chat tayo even nasa ibang bansa nga yung ka-chat natin. Ayan, nakakapag-search din tayo sa internet kasi upgraded na ang ating mga mobile phone ngayon. Okay, and also mahina ang signal kapag malayo tayo dun sa tower or walang tower dun sa part kung saan tayo magsisend ng message or kung saan tayo gagawa ng tawag. Okay, and then the last application ng microwave is the microwave oven. So, we are familiar with this. Ginagamit siya pang init or pang luto. Ayan, paano ba gumagana ang microwave oven? This is used to cook. Now, pag ginamit na natin yan, when you turn on the microwave and started to set it, the water molecules of the food inside start to vibrate through microwaves, causing the production of intermolecular friction between the molecules of the food. As a result, heat is produced that will make the food to be cooked or to be heated. It is the vibration of the water molecules of the food. Ayan. So, si microwave, tinutulungan yung water molecule nyo para mag-move, gumalaw. At kapag gumalaw yan, mag-vibrate, magkakaroon ng friction, magpo-produce siya ng heat energy. Kaya umiinit or naluluto ang ating pagkain using microwave oven. Okay, so we are done with microwaves. Now, let's explore the applications of infrared rays. Yan. So we have here the first picture in your left. And this is an infrared satellite image of the Earth. Now, depende sa kung anong image yung ipoproduce natin. Kalimitan, nakakakita tayo ng ganyan sa weather forecast. And also sa heat produced by the Earth. Ayan. Na titrace natin dyan kung gaano kalala ang climate change or global warming using the infrared satellite. Now, why? It is because infrared ray is also called heat radiation. So, may kinalaman sa heat ang ating infrared ray. Nakakatrace siya kung aling bagay ang nagre-release ng sobrang init or sobrang lamig. Depende sa kulay. Kapag ang kulay ay red, yan, mainit na mainit yun or pinaka-mainit. Kapag naman blue, hindi malamig yung nire-release nung object na yun kapag blue. Okay, so in the second picture, thermal imaging cameras, yan, ginagamitin ng infrared. Kalimitan makikita natin yan sa airport to trace those people na papasok sa bansa kung meron ba silang sakit or wala. lalo na ngayon, time of pandemic, mabilis natitrace kung sino yung may sakit or may lagnat at kailangang i-isolate muna. Okay, next one is remote control. Ayan. We have here the remote control. Ginagamit natin yan para control sa TV shows natin, sa TV station. So, kapag pumindot kayo dyan, may iilaw dito sa part na to, sa side na to. Ayan. And then, i-connect yun or maglalabas yun ng infrared ray na connect dun sa TV, dun sa ilaw sa TV ninyo, kalimitan na sa baba or malapit dun sa switch, yung turn on and off na button. Ayan. Then, makakontrol nyo na yung TV ninyo, kung saan TV station ninyo. So, that is, or infrared ray is being used there. Okay? And then we have here, night vision goggles. So, ginagamit to kapag gabi or madilim ang paligid, foggy. Ayan. So, kalimitang ginagamit ang night vision goggles ng mga soldiers, lalo na sa mga panahon na sasabak sila sa labanan. Okay, so night vision goggles, since ginagamitan ito ng infrared, natitrace nila kung merong living things around them. It's either hayop or either kalaban nila. Ayan. So, yun yung function ng ating night vision goggles. Kung nakakapanood kayo ng movie, makikita nyo na ginagamit nila yan. And also, may mga images din na nakikita. Minsan green yung nakikita nila using that one. This one is black. Ayan. And then, camera autofocusing. So, sa camera autofocusing, maglalabas ang camera ng infrared ray na tatama doon sa ating object. Okay, and then, magbabounce back yun doon sa camera para matrace kung nasan yung object na pipicturan. Kaya mas lilinaw yung kuha natin doon sa object na yun. So, ginagamitan nyo ng infrared ray. Okay, camera autofocusing. Now, we are done with the first three types of EM waves. Now, let's discuss the visible light. Ayan, visible light. So, ang visible light natin, it is the only electromagnetic waves that can be seen by our eyes. So, visible light also called visible spectrum. So, dahil ito yung nakikita natin, it has colors. Once na ang white light ay nag-travel sa prism, kung natatandaan nyo sa grade 7, magpaproduce siya ng colors. The red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Now, red has the longest wavelength, and the violet has the shortest wavelength, but highest frequency. Okay. Si red naman, longest wavelength pero lowest frequency. Mahaba ang wavelength pero maunti ang frequency ni red. Violet, mataas ang frequency pero maikli ang wavelength. It is the reason why yung ating red, orange, and yellow hanggang green ginagamit sa emergency lights tsaka sa traffic lights. Okay, kasi mahaba yung kanilang wavelength. Okay, now, visible light or visible spectrum is also used in phototherapy. So, from the word photo, meaning light, and then therapy, yung paggamot. Ayan, so this is an emerging field of medicine today in our generation as technology advances. Now, ginagamit nila yung visible light para ma-trace yung wounds, also yung internal injuries and diseases. Ginagamit nila ang visible light kasi yung wavelength nun can penetrate in our skin and also can be absorbed by our subcutaneous cells. Kumbaga, hindi na kailangan pang buksan mismo yung katawan ng tao. Gagamitan na lang yun ng visible light para magamot yung kailangan gamutin within our body. Okay. Then the next application is fiber optics or optical fiber. So, ang tsura niyan, maliliit, gabuhok na nipis. Okay. Now, saan ba ginagamit itong ating fiber optics? Kung mapapansin nyo, naka-wire siya. Ginagamit siya sa communication. Okay. Ginagamit siya sa mga wires natin. Bakit? Kasi mas cheaper yan, tsaka lightweight. Mas magaan. Unlike sa mga copper or silver wire na mahal at nakawin, ito yung ipinalit nila. Kasi mas mabilis din itong mag-transmit ng data sa communication. Ginagamit to sa mga internet cables. Ayan. And also, ginagamit rin to ng ating doctors. Ayan. Ginagamit din nila ito kapag magkoconnect sila ng major surgery. Okay. And para rin hindi tawag dito, katulad nung sa phototherapy, para hindi rin agad-agad na hihiwain yung katawan. Okay. Titignan kung ano yung nasa loob muna ng katawan, din saka pa-process sila ng surgery. Okay, so that are the applications of visible light or visible spectrum. Now, let's proceed to ultraviolet rays. So, ultraviolet rays or UV ray is somewhat familiar to us. Ayan. So, the natural source of ultraviolet ray or UV ray is the sun. Ayan, umuulan na naman. Now, itong ating ultraviolet rays can penetrate in our skin, as you can see here in the picture. Ayan, depende sa type. Kung gaano kalalim yung layer ng skin na maaabot. Depende sa type ng UV ray. So, it is a negative connotation agad kapag UV ray, but it has a positive effect in our body. It is used to produce vitamin D, ang UV rays. Kaya kailangan din yan ng katawan. But, kailangan nyo munang uminom ng gatas or kumain ng gulay. Kasi mas daming vitamin D na mapoproduce kapag kumain kayo ng gulay or uminom kayo ng gatas. Diba mga baby na arawan, puro gatas lang naman ang kanilang ini-intake. Okay? So, hindi lang tayo basta nagpapaaraw. And remember, sa panahon din ngayon, hindi na okay na masyado tayong babad sa araw dahil sa epekto ng global warming, pati yung sa climate change. Yung ozone layer natin is hindi ganun nakakapag trap ng UV rays palabas ng Earth. Okay. Next, we have also artificial sources of ultraviolet ray, which is the UV lamp. So, saan ginagamit ng UV lamp? I guess nakakita na rin kayo nito. Ginagamit to check the signatures of bank books nga. Ayan. And then, ginagamit rin siya matrace kung tunay or peke ang inyong paper bill. Ayan. This is also used in disinfection of water in drinking fountains. Ito sa babang picture is to disinfect things. Ayan. Ang tawag dito ay UV disinfection box. Ayan. Nabili po yan sa SM dahil kailangan ngayon na mag-disinfect rin ng gamit na galing sa labas. So, it is a necessity naman. UV lamp. Pero, dahil mataas na ang frequency nito and energy, again, hindi siya dapat na-expose lagi sa katawan. Okay, magpo-produce yan ng kakaibang result kasi kaya niyang mag-penetrate sa katawan. Kaya hindi yan itinatapat lagi sa katawan ng tao. Okay? Now, let's talk about the applications of X-rays. Ayan, familiar din tayo dito sa X-rays. So, ang ating alam, ginagamit siya para matrace ang fractures sa bone. Ayan, kung may nasira ba tayong buto or nabalian ba ng buto. Pero, ginagamit rin pala siya sa engineering. Okay, engineering field. Ginagamit siya sa pag-inspect ng welded beads ng pipes. Ayan, ginagamitan na rin yun ng X-ray. Okay, so again, ang X-ray hindi lang siya sa tao, ginagamit rin siya sa mga pipes. Okay, sa engineering field. And also, in terms naman dito sa tao, ang alam lang natin kalimitan ang X-ray ay sa chest, ginagamit rin siya sa buong parte ng katawan. Ayan. Kasi nga, lahat naman ng, or yung buong katawan naman natin may buto. Okay? So, let's proceed to the last part. So, ito ang pinaka dangerous sa lahat kasi ito ang pinakamataas ang frequency and energy. The gamma rays. Okay? Now, ang gamma rays, dahil yan ay nagpe-penetrate at sa katawan at pinaka mataas ang frequency and energy, ginagamit siya to kill cancer cells. Okay? So, ang process na yun ay radiotherapy. Tina-target nila yung tumor or cancer cells para doon lang yung gamma ray itatapad and then tutunawin nila or papatayin nila yung tumor tsaka yung cancer cells. Okay? Ginagamit rin ang gamma ray to disinfect or to sterilize drinking water. Katulad ni UV ray. Ayan. So, again, those types or those applications of electromagnetic waves are some. Ibig sabihin, hindi yan lahat since the technology is also advancing. But remember, those applications will help us basta lamang din we will do our best na hindi laging ma-expose doon sa types of EM waves na hindi tayo dapat ma-expose palagi. Like from ultraviolet rays hanggang kay gamma ray. Kasi masama yan sa ating katawan. Okay? Now, to end this session, to end this video, we have here a statement from Kip Thorne. Sabi niya, when Galileo first trained his optic telescope on the heavens and opened modern optical astronomy, that was the first of the electromagnetic windows out of the universe, which is light. Okay, remember? Light is a type of electromagnetic wave and doon nag-umpisa rin kung bakit nalaman nila Max Planck, nila Maxwell, and Heinrich Hertz, yung connection ng electromagnetic wave at ng light. Okay? And remember, from Galileo, ayan, no discovery ang malalaman natin without trying. Okay? So, that's all for today's video. I hope that you have learned a lot. And if you have questions, just reach me out in my email or you can send me a direct message in Messenger or Instagram. Pwede rin. So, thank you for listening and God bless.